Okay, here it is. The first ever second episode of United Takes of America. We're on our technically second episode, even though the first one doesn't totally count because we forgot to turn our microphones on. But this is our first episode all the way back. We're ready to rock. I'm Harrison Kitchen. I'm here with my co-host, Kyle Mastin. Kyle, what do we have for today?
Well, we're back and we're ready with possibly the best episode so far in our history. For current events, we have a Masters recap. We're going to give our NBA playoff preview and picks predictions. We're going to talk about Team USA that was just announced, some overall NBA, WNBA, college basketball news, and then we will go on to talk about probably the most hated person in this podcast history.
Ever.
After that, we'll get into one question with a guy on the street. We'll get into Dudes Rock. We'll get into our Road to Punishment series, and we'll talk about that with our drafts and quizzes. After that, we'll get into the MVP and the LVP of this week for the UTAP podcast.
I love it. That's a loaded show.
I would agree. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. What do we got first?
All right. So first, let's talk about the Masters.
Okay.
Scotty Scheffler,
Number 2.
who was the favorite going in.
Shout out to his baby unborn for sticking it out, not coming out yet. Scotty mentioned he would leave if the Scotty was going to be born. But, baby stuck through, stayed in the stomach, allowed his father to get the dub.
Shout out Meredith for holding that in. Thank you, Scotty. I also bet on you to win, so that was very nice.
Win before it started?
After the second day.
What were the odds?
So, trying to remember. They weren't great, but I over doubled my money.
Hey, a win, who cares?
I over doubled my money, so pretty good. But yeah. So it got a little interesting there. Bryson DeChambeau was kind of leading the beginning, but Scotty hung around, and then I'd say about 4 or 5 holes in, there was a 4-way tie for first place.
Yep.
With Homa, Morikawa, Scheffler, and Ludwig Aberg. And literally the next hole was double bogey, bogey, and Scotty birdied. And it was pretty much over from that point on. It was very secure from there on.
Yeah. Scotty's insane. I think it's not even close. He's the best golfer in the game right now. He's going to win 5 more after this. Book it. Until Charlie Woods comes.
Then he's taking over. One thing I want to say is he's so good. He's unbelievably good, but it always feels bad because his greatness gets overshadowed because every time someone tries to hype him up, the first reply is a Tiger Woods stat that makes him look like
which one's
the
that?
Worst golfer ever. Like they'll say, "Oh, Scotty's been the ranked number 1 for this many weeks.
He would
need to be the world number 1 until 2047."
Well, that's not fair.
To have the same as Tiger Woods, or he's won this many tournaments, this many starts. He need to win 100 starts in a row.
Yep.
It's stats like that. Where
everybody in the history of the sport.
Why can't we just say he's good and show like a good Scotty?
Everybody in the history of golf sucks compared to Tiger.
Yes, agreed.
But still in the world of golf, you hear the news about Rory. I think it might have been reported fake, actually. But a report came out today that Liv offered Rory like $850 million to come to Liv.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And Rory's, I think, the most renounced, I hate the Liv tour of any golfer, which I really wish this was true because I think that would be just the biggest power move of all time from the Liv. Just to be like, okay, shut up and let me just buy you out to be like, you're a fraud.
But also by making the statement just to increase the price.
True. But he has to take it. If it was real, you would have to take it, right? $850 million, I don't think care.
So. This is getting close. Max Homa, who I just said was in the thing, he said his number was $1 billion.
$1 billion. There are very little things, few things on the planet I would do for 800 or not do for $850 million.
A lot of things I'm not proud of.
Yes.
I would
put $850
much less play golf.
It's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. All the Live money. I just learned that it's from their government. And I guess do you understand where this money comes from? Because it's ridiculous. I guess it's their taxes almost.
Because see, that doesn't sound bad. Because I thought the thing with the live was people didn't want to be in it because the money came from some bad place.
Oh,
That's what I thought, like blood money. But I don't know. That's what I thought the word on the street was.
I
is
don't know.
why
Nothing
people were
confuses me
against
more
it.
in sports than just where this money comes from for the live tour. But I don't know. I think maybe us as states need to adapt this. If we're able to offer Rory $850 million as Saudi, why can't Ohio do whatever they're doing and raise
You're telling me
$800 million to bring Justin Jefferson to
yes,
Cincinnati?
like I literally was gonna say, I was like, you're telling me if the Bengals came out and said, "Can we get $5
Yeah.
from everybody in
A little
Cincy
blood
to
money?
keep-
I don't care. What do
to
you
keep
need?
T. Higgins?"
Yes.
You're telling me everybody wouldn't pitch in?
Take my freaking money.
Yes, agreed.
All right. That's our golf of the day. When you get into NBA preview,
Yeah, so me and Harrison are quickly gonna go through our picks for all the way from the play-in to the finals. We'll kind of just go. I'll go my first round. We'll go his first round. Kind of talk about as we go through the best series we think is going to be. What's our finals matchup? Maybe our dark horse. So yeah, I'll start it off if you don't mind.
want to
Harrison.
just take both go for each game? Let's do that.
Let's do that. Okay.
Let's start.
Yeah, let's start Eastern Conference,
Okay.
the 9-10 play-in. So we got Hawks and Bulls.
Hawks and Bulls.
I am
Ew,
taking
what a disgusting game.
very gross. The Western play-in is actually
yes.
really good. But
East, I
Eastern-
cannot say
yeah.
the same.
I'm going to go the Hawks over the Bulls.
Hawks over the Bulls.
Yes, the Hawks have never lost a play-in game.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm actually going to agree with you. I hate both of these teams with a burning passion. I don't think either of them are good. They're the 7-8.
They're the 9-10.
9-10, good, because they're both awful. I hope they don't make it. But DeJounte Murray's good at times. I guess I could get behind him. He's who I'm rooting for, and that's it. And Alex Caruso.
Yes.
But give me the Hawks in a disgusting game.
Yep, agreed. Dirty game.
Yeah.
For the other one, the 7-8, I'm going to go, that's 76ers Heat, and I'm going to take the 76ers.
I think that's a good game. Give me the play-in Cinderella team of all time. I'll go with the Heat. I'll go against you for this one.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler's made for the playoffs. Jimmy G buckets. The G stands for buckets. No, the G stands for gets.
I like it. Well done.
But I think he's different in the playoffs. I think this whole team is different in the playoffs. I think they could take the Sixers down.
I agree. I think they could, but I like Tyrese Maxey, so
yeah, he is
going
a
to take
dog.
the 76ers. So then I guess the next for the play-in, I still have the Heat making the playoffs. I have them being the Hawks, so I still have them getting in.
Okay.
I'm going to guess, do you have 76ers or Hawks?
Well, I have the Heat.
Yep.
Because I picked the Heat to beat the Hawks because the Hawks are awful. Heat are going to make a Cinderella run again. I can feel it.
Well, so the Heat beat the 76ers.
Right.
And then the 76ers would go to play the Hawks.
Okay.
You see, yeah, there you go.
I understand.
Yes.
Yeah, the 76ers are going to beat the Hawks as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
I think anybody beats the Hawks. I think they could go into Detroit and they're going to give them a run for their money. So I'm taking Sixers to beat them.
So we have the same two teams making it just in a different way.
Different order.
Different order. Got it. All right. So now let's go to the first round. I think this is pretty easy, but I'll go through pretty quick. I got Celtics over the Heat.
Yep.
You would have Celtics over the Sixers, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
Bang.
I got Knicks over the 76ers. Would you have Knicks over the Heat?
No.
Ooh, so you got Heat.
I'm going to take the Heat.
All right.
I'm not a Knicks believer. I think I'm a rare person. I think lots of people are all on Jalen Brunson in today's world.
Me being one of them.
I don't know what it is. He just doesn't do it for me. I'm a Jalen Brunson hater. Julius Randle's still out. He's going to be out. Heat are made for the playoffs. I think they upset him.
I like Brunson. I think he's a great number 2 to DiVincenzo, who just got robbed.
He did get robbed.
Most improved player by
a
9
few
seconds.
9
That's
seconds.
unreal. He got robbed, but he's going to carry them. So then so you have the Heat, I have the Knicks making it in that matchup. I'm going to take the Bucks over the Pacers.
Yep.
And,
even though I think it might get interesting with Giannis being out.
Yeah.
But I'll take the Bucks.
Yeah. And then I have my only real upset here. I have Magic over the Cavs.
I enjoy that. I am going to take the Cavs, but I love that pick.
Yeah. I think the
I
Cavs
like
are a
Orlando.
little fraudulent.
They've got next.
Yes. All right. So then the second round, I would have I'm going to take Bucks over the Knicks, and I'm going to take Celtics over the Magic. Your matchups would be Celtics Heat.
Celtics Heat. I
And
think it goes 7.
Wow.
I think
Okay.
it goes 7, and the Celtics get it this time.
They get them back.
But
From
they go
last
back
year.
and forth every other year. But this time I'm giving it to Boston.
Okay, and then your matchups would be the Bucks and the Cavs.
And the Cavs. Giannis will be back by then. I'll go Bucks pretty easily.
Beautiful. All right. So we have the same Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
Celtics and Bucks.
It's the Celtics to lose.
I'm going to go Celtics in
Unfortunately.
6.
Celtics in 6. I probably agree.
Okay. So we got pretty similar Eastern
Pretty similar for the most part.
All right. So we'll go to the Western Conference here real quick. For the play-in for the 9-10.
These playing games are electric, by the way.
They are awesome.
Do you like
was a
the
great
theory
series
of
last
the
year.
Lakers throwing this first game to avoid the Nuggets?
I don't, because I'm serious. I have a lot of Lakers fans for friends, and I was talking a lot about this. If I was a Lakers fan, I would rather play every single other team except for the Nuggets.
I agree. That's why they should throw it.
I agree. I would rather play the Thunder. I would rather play any other team.
I agree.
So I think that's one of the smartest things you've ever said.
And Anthony Davis just so happens to get a back injury in the last couple seconds of their last game. No, I think they're just giving themselves an excuse to throw this game.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's smart.
Give me the Pellies.
All right. Well, I had Lakers, but you flipped me. I think they're smart enough to do that. So I'm going to say Pelicans.
Okay.
But I have Warriors beating the Kings.
Yep, I agree.
And then I'm going to have the Warriors over. Oh, no. Well, then
And then it would be
then I
Warriors.
take Lakers over Warriors. I take Lakers.
I'm going to take the Warriors over the Lakers.
Right. I love it.
I think the Lakers try to do this master plan and it just doesn't go to their favor.
I'm a Lakers hater, so I hope it happens.
And then LeBron's going to get a bunch of slander. They shouldn't have thrown the game, and it's going to be great.
Oh, I pray for that kind of
pray
drama.
for that.
That's going to be awesome. I pray for times like these. All right. So then I'm going to have my 1v8 would be Thunder and Lakers. I'm going to still take the Thunder, but I think it goes long.
Yep, I'm Thunder Warriors. I'm taking the Thunder. I'm non-biased. I'm a Thunder fan, but I will take the Thunder. They're insane this year.
I wouldn't be surprised if that one goes to 6, though. 6 or 7. So then I would have the Warriors, and I would take I'm gonna take the Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm going Nuggets as well. I think they'd roll for quite a while, no matter who they're playing first round.
Whoever they play, I think the Nuggets win very easily. I got Suns upsetting the Timberwolves.
I'm going to go Timberwolves, I believe.
All right.
But I think that's the second best series in the whole first round.
Yeah.
But you know what my number one series is this next series in the West.
All these matchups are awesome.
Yes.
I love them so much. I love the Luka hate towards the Clippers.
I think they play each other every year in the playoffs.
And he owns them.
He does own them. I'm taking the Mavs.
I'm taking the Mavs as well.
I love it.
Upset them.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. All right.
You know what? Yeah, I'm taking the Mavs.
Okay. All right.
I thought about it. That's how good of a series it is. I still can't make up my mind.
Are we agreeing that's probably the best series?
Yes, I don't think it's close.
Yeah.
I think it's an amazing series.
For sure, best series so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang the banner.
So then I guess they'd kind of be my sleeper team because in the second round, I have the Mavs over the Thunder.
Wow.
I know you're a big Thunder guy.
I am going to pick the Thunder to beat the Timberwolves.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said, I think they have too many weapons. Shea deserves MVP. I think if Luka was putting up Shea's numbers and they had the number one spot, they would give it to him in a heartbeat. So why not just give it to Shea for doing the same things with a different name? Give the man his hardware.
So this is your pitch for Shea for MVP?
Yep. I would like to mention it right now. It's official. My vote for MVP for this year is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
If NBA, you're willing to give us a vote.
We'll even share it. We'll
share a vote. I'm not sure if I'm 100% sold. I would maybe throw in a Luka or Jokic pitch.
Well, then we could do like half of our vote goes to Shea.
Okay.
Half of our vote goes to
that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Okay. Agreed.
That'd be huge in a tiebreaker.
Yeah. And then I have the Nuggets over the Suns.
Yeah, give me the Nuggets.
Over the Timberwolves, yep. All right, so then Western Conference Finals, I got Nuggets beating the Mavs in 5.
I'm going to have the Thunder beat the Nuggets.
Wow, you have the Thunder making it.
I have them making it. And this is like, you have Shea, the MVP. Chet Holmgren's the Rookie of the Year in any other draft class where he doesn't have the best rookie of all time. Josh Giddey, they're a young team. Josh Giddey loves playing with young kids. That helps them a ton. I just think they're different. Everything about them from top to bottom, they've got what it takes. They can do it.
Did you see? Now this is one of those like baseball stats they have for the NBA that doesn't make like much sense. But I saw something that
Those are the
said
best
because
stats.
of the stat that they found, Chet Holmgren had the most impact rookie
I
season
saw that.
of like the past 10 to 15
Yep.
years. So
It's like any other year when you're not playing with Victor Wembanyama, he is rookie of the year.
he's so good.
He's
This podcast will be known. I am a Victor Glazer.
Yep.
So
I'm there with you.
He's so good.
Victor, open invite to the pod.
Yep. The open invite.
The
We'd love to
open
have you
invite.
on. We'd love to have you on. So for the finals, you have Thunder Celtics. I have Nuggets Celtics. And I'm going to take Nuggets to repeat as champions in 7 against the Celtics.
I'm going to take the Celtics. I'm going to hate it.
Oof.
Celtics in 6.
Yeah.
Thunder are young.
Thunder young. They'll come back.
Josh Giddey wishes they were younger.
He wishes.
He wishes.
Maybe they'll help him next year. Each year they keep coming back. All right. So there's our NBA playoff preview. Kind of sticking with NBA though. We'll keep up with the USA team was just announced, Harrison. I'll kind of
It's insane.
read it off for you. We got LeBron. We got Curry.
You got everybody,
We got Durant. Joel. Crazy. He defected to Team USA.
which I love.
I love it. Tatum, Booker, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis. And then we got kind of the young guys, Anthony Edwards, Bam, and Tyrese Halliburton. But
That's
Harrison,
the best squad of all time.
there is one spot still undecided.
There
and I want
is.
to know your pick.
My pick is going to go to Carmelo Anthony.
Explain.
Do I need to?
Mr. USA.
He's Mr. USA. He just deserves it. He's probably not even going to have to be in the NBA anymore. But this guy, something about him, he flips a switch come the Olympics. Most prolific scorer in Olympic history, most medals, most gold medals. He's done it all. He deserves one more Cinderella run. And I want to give it to Carmelo Anthony.
Respect that.
Yep.
My pick? Jokic.
Okay.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Let me
Go
explain. We convince Jokic to defect by buying him as many horses as he wants.
He would do it.
He would do it.
He doesn't care about
We'll
basketball.
pay him in horses under the table.
How many horses do you think it would take?
Ooh.
It's basically an automatic win.
Yes.
It's a gold medal,
Yes.
and you get this amount of horses.
Yes.
I think it has to be like 2 horses. I'm saying yes.
2 Kentucky, Lexington
Yes.
thoroughbreds.
Yep.
Guaranteed Derby winners.
I might do it for
And a
1
gold
horse
medal.
if I'm Jokic.
Yeah. I think he'd do it for 1.
I think
So
you
we
do it
get-
for 1 horse.
We get him a 1 horse and he'll defect and become an
Yeah.
American citizen and play for us.
Okay. I would like to change my vote to that.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk to Jerry Colangelo, those at Team USA Basketball, and let them know.
Yeah, we're going to dominate, I think. I think they won't be
I
close.
think you would. Send us in.
Here's a
We'll give 'em our
question.
pitch.
What do you think we dominate more in? Basketball this year or the next Olympics when we have flag football? What do we just destroy people in more?
I think flag football will be one of the most patriotic things to watch of all time.
It won't be close. We have everyone.
We have everyone.
I can't even think of somebody who we should be afraid of.
Yeah. I saw a thing it made me so think of it. Everybody talks about, America and we have all these troubles and stuff.
Yep.
But man, do we come together
For football.
to show some other countries what democracy
Yes,
means.
we
With
will.
our,
Oh my
I think the
gosh.
football team will not even be close.
Yeah.
No game will be within 200.
No, they won't.
That's my pick.
I can't wait.
Hold me to that.
200.
200.
Also, another person who we should think of to join the USA basketball team with this final spot, another pay your respects pick. Blake Griffin retired today.
Great man.
Great man.
Great player. He's
He
what
did-
got me into the NBA.
Yep, insane. He was in the running for an MVP, I think, 1 year or 2. He's nuts. Best dunker of all time, in my opinion. He takes Vince. Is he a Hall of Famer?
No, but
Hmm.
he's a Hall of Famer in my eyes.
I think he's a Hall of
'cause
Famer in
I'll never forget
my and Adams.
11-year-old Kyle watching that man jump over a car and thinking that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
That alone, you jump over a Kia, you should be in the Hall of Fame.
And that got me into the NBA. I'm a Nuggets fan now, but I was a Clippers fan for a long time because of that. So
Yep.
Thank you, Blake.
Thank you, Blake.
We're your Tap fan. Again, if you want to talk to us about your retirement, we'd love
Open
to have
invite.
you. All right, Harrison. What else we got? The WNBA draft happened.
Yep, it did happen. That's all I got there.
Me too.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So Mark Pope
Mark
was hired
Pope
at UK.
is the coach of UK.
It's kind of, all my worries about getting rid of Calipari are kind of coming true. We have now the 78th ranked recruiting class. Almost all of our good players left are in the portal. A lot of them, Big Z's going to Arkansas. Bradshaw's going to Ohio State.
The transfer
hasn't
played basketball in 2 years.
Hasn't played basketball in 2 years, but he is doing everything right to blur and distract me from that. The press conferences have been awesome. Yes. He's been super fun and likable. So he rocks. So he's blinding me from all the bad actual basketball stuff by being awesome. Dope. Pope is dope. Agreed.
Something less dope. I want to get into this. So I have a bone to pick with somebody in the realm related to this whole situation of John Calipari leaving the University of Kentucky, and that's Mr. John Tyson. My blood is boiling. John Tyson, basically all of Twitter made it seem like John Tyson was this evil mastermind behind this whole thing, and that this was all his plan to lure Coach Cal to Arkansas. And just because he's a big part of what's over there in Arkansas, he lured him over there, and I hate him. He got a standing ovation in Coach Cal's welcome party. Yeah, it makes me sick.
He's a certified scumbag.
He's a scumbag. I hate him. And then he rubs it in the face of all of Kentucky, Kentucky Sports Radio. Did you see what he did to them? He sent them
unfortunately I did.
A lifetime supply of frozen chicken nuggets. What the hell, man? Yeah.
What's this guy's deal?
He says it's this is a peace offering. I'm sorry, took your coach. Here's a lifetime supply of frozen chicken nuggets. That's not what it was. This was a rub it in your face. I won. Take this. Here's my frozen chicken nuggets.
Sending a message. They're probably expired.
Gotta be.
They weren't even Dino Nugs.
Not even Dino Nugs. That's what they're known for. Boycott Tyson Foods. Boycott John Tyson. This guy is a fraud. I hate him.
UTAP is officially boycotting Tyson food products. As we hope all our listeners will. The influence we have, we're going to use it in a good way by not letting this man earn another cent.
Not one penny.
I hope he goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
I hope Arkansas goes under.
Yeah.
And, to quote The Office, if John Tyson, Bin Laden, and Hitler were in a room and I had a gun with 2 bullets,
I'd shoot John Tyson.
I would shoot John Tyson twice.
I think that's the best way to put this.
In the kneecaps.
Yeah. Then I would go buy more bullets and shoot him 5 more times.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
That's all we have to say, but we hate you.
Yeah. Moving on.
We'll go to our one question with a guy on the street. All right, I'm here with my man, Will. All right, Will, your question is, if you were one of Nikola Jokic's horses, what would your name be?
Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit. That's a perfect name. Well said. So now I'll get into an ad because we have a really big sponsor this week. So UTAP listeners, we want to give a big shout out to this week's sponsor, Augusta National Golf Course. Augusta is huge UTAP fans, and they want you guys to enjoy a round with us at Augusta free of charge. Enter into a drawing to play around with me, Harrison, Tiger Woods, and the LGPA player of your choice for 72 holes at Augusta. To win, all you have to do is watch this podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, post a picture of you subscribing, then get 1,000 of your friends to also subscribe. We would like to thank Augusta for being a proud sponsor of UTAP, and please enter in this drawing to get a chance to play golf with us.
Moving on,
Harrison. Let's get into Dudes Rock.
Dudes Rock. A mild recognition, I've been calling it. You know why I call it a mild recognition?
Let me hear it.
Mild, M-I-L-D. Man, I love dudes.
Beautiful.
Dudes rock.
I do love dudes.
It's the whole point of the segment.
Dudes on dudes.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
Dudes on dudes.
Dudes rock.
Let's hear your dude of the week.
My dude of the week, my dude's rock of the week is Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski threw the first pitch at the game of the Guardians versus the Red Sox. And in Gronk-like fashion, rather than throwing an accurate first pitch, he just Gronk spiked the ball into the ground. Total dudes rock moment. I love it. Gronk might be the most dude maybe ever.
Agree. Maybe ever.
Maybe
He's
ever.
up there.
Which is huge. What an achievement. My dudes rock recognition of the week is Rob Gronkowski.
It's pretty good. It was awesome.
The Rock.
I loved watching it. My dude's rock of the week is Gardner Minshew. He's recently become a Las Vegas Raider.
I love Minshew.
And his entrance into the locker room and checking it out was to wear a sweatshirt that said Lil Ass Boy on it, which obviously Max Crosby, defensive end for the Raiders, said to him as he sacked him in a game last year when he was with the Colts.
Yes.
So he's just sending a message right away. Great dude. Gardner Minshew also would be a top 5 dudes of all time.
That's got to be a draft we do eventually.
That'll be a future draft. And
absolutely.
Those might be pick 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Yep.
Which order? I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait till we wait for that episode.
Yeah.
All right. Now we'll get into our Road to Punishment series.
This is what I've been waiting for.
So me and Harrison every week are going to have a quiz. We'll be quizzing each other on crazy stats of all kinds of sports. And for everyone we get right, we'll get a point. Out of 5, you get 3 strikes while you're trying to guess. And we'll also be doing a draft every episode. And the winner of that draft, where we'll post it on Twitter, you guys get to vote on it, gets a point added to their score. Now, at the end of the season, we'll see who won with the most points. And we're also going to let you, the great UTAP listeners, pick which punishment we should do. So we're down to 4 options. That'll be also be posted on the Twitter for you guys to decide. 4 options are: you have to wear something stupid on the show for a month, picked by the winner.
Yes.
You have to piss yourself on
classic.
the show.
That can't be beat.
You have to run a 5K covered in mayonnaise.
I might beat it. I would hate that.
That would suck.
That would be uncomfortable. I would be smelly, and I would be covered in mayonnaise. I don't want that.
And one I'm really not looking for: count to the amount of points you lost by times 1,000 on IG Live.
And this one I like because it either can be super easy. I feel like I count to 1,000. Say you lose by 1 point, you can bust out a quick count to 1,000 in a few minutes.
But if you lose by 12,
you're counting to 12,000 on Instagram Live.
That's a lot.
I would hate my life at that point. So that one's just, it can be anything. That's why we got to get this out of the way now, figure out what it is. So poll on the Twitter, give it a vote. Winner, the punishment we will be doing.
Beautiful. All right. Let's get into our first draft, and then we'll get into our quiz. So the draft this week was the Bob draft.
Bob draft. All Bobs are in play. Robert, Rob, Robbie, Bob, Bobby, Bobbert, all in play. You name it. Rob, Bob, it's all here. We're going to draft our Bobs and put them on a 5v5 basketball team and put our teams head to head. So this will be a snake draft. Kyle's going to go first in this first draft. I'll get first draft pick in the next one. But Kyle, if you want to take it away with your 1-1 of the Bob draft.
So my 1-1, I think, is probably the Michael Jordan of this Bob draft. Let me explain.
Okay.
My 1-1 pick is B.O.B. Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens, the blue gelatin character. He will be, now he has powers. He can stretch.
Wasn't even on my list.
Get as big as he wants. He can get as small. He can fit through crevices, split screen, stuff like that.
Good pick.
He can get big, cover the back where he's going to be like Wembanyama. No one's going to try him at the rim.
Yeah.
And he could just get big, and he could get the rebound, stretch his arm all the way over to the other side of the basket and dunk it.
I don't know how to stop him.
Best player both ways. B.O.B.
Oh, my
Bob.
gosh. That's such a good pick. He wasn't
My
even
first
on my
overall
list.
pick.
He can grow. Can he grow to whatever size he wants or just
I think there's like a limit, but he can grow very big.
Oh, my
he can
gosh.
get,
I'm not going to lie. That's
wants.
a phenomenal 1-1. He was not even on my list. B.O.B. So my first pick, I think I'm going to go grab myself a point guard early. I need to grab a guy who can just cook. And I think no Bob can cook better than Bobby Flay. So Bobby Flay is going to be my 1-1. I see him as kind of a shifty one guard, very Steph Curry, Jimmer Fredette-esque, can just spray the 3 ball. Nobody can beat Bobby Flay. It's a well-known fact. He's going to be my first round pick today.
You know, if this was like over 10 years, I'd say the age would come into question. But in a 1-game series,
Yeah,
he's a great pick.
he's a great pick. I
He's a
enjoy
great
it.
pick. My second pick, kind of like you said, need someone to cook. I need someone to just get crafty on the court. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Has a deep bag,
Right.
a very deep bag with lots of tricks and tools in it that he can pull out to use anytime. I'm going to go with my shooting guard, Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder. The picture on the namesake, Bob the Builder.
Are you concerned with the amount of bricks that Bob the Builder will be putting up?
You know, I didn't think about that until you brought it up. But he's going to be kind of I'll just let him know, kind of a distributor. We'll work on shot selection. He's going to be great at building the team around him, like his name says. He'll be a great chemistry, great locker room
He is.
guy.
I can't argue with that point.
Great leader.
Great leader, locker room guy, glue guy.
Glue guy.
Handy.
Glue guy.
Wow. Okay. My next pick. I think I need somebody to at least try to compete with Bob. A guy to just bang down low. Someone with just brute dad strength. I'm actually going to shock the world here. I think someone going under the radar for a lot of people. I'm going to take Bob Duncan from Good Luck Charlie. Like I said, dad strength, father of 4, Bob's Bugs Beyond. I think he's going to be a rebounding machine and at least attempt to go head to head with
It's a large
B.O.B.
man.
Large
He's
man.
got Dwight Howard type shoulders.
You don't want to bang around down low. with this
Nothing
guy.
stronger than dad strength. That is a great pick. Very just slept through my fingers. I'm mad
Kind
I
of a
didn't think
crazy
about him.
duo, the Bobby Flay to Bob Duncan. Imagine that live.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. They're gonna recreate the Dwayne Wade LeBron
Yeah,
pick.
Bobby Flay, Bob
Bobby Flay,
Duncan.
and Bob Duncan. I can already see it this season. So my third pick, I'm just gonna go straight all locker room vibes. to
Okay,
start.
I love it.
My team's gonna have great chemistry.
Okay.
I need someone who's funny. I need someone who's high energy, high motor, hustle guy.
Mhm.
First one there, last one to leave. Loves coming to work every day.
Okay. Gym rat.
Yeah, gym rat. For my first overall pick, I'm going to take SpongeBob
Yeah,
SquarePants.
he was on the
for my
list.
point
He was
guard.
on the list.
Yeah.
The thing that concerns me about SpongeBob is he's just known to be extremely soft. Good luck if you switch on a screen and get switched on to Bob Duncan. What do you have to say with that?
Well, if you remember in a certain episode of SpongeBob, he hurt his finger while gardening and he only cried for 20 minutes.
True. I can't argue with that.
I know no one on your team made it into the Salty Spittoon.
No, yeah, you're
SpongeBob
right.
did.
No, Bob Duncan, never even heard of it.
Underrated tough.
All right. That's solid. Number 3 on my team. What do I want to go here? I think I'm going to take I'm going to get a shooting guard here. A splash brother to go alongside Bobby Flay. This may be stretching the rules a bit, but I don't care because it's our draft. I'm going to take Robert Downey Jr., but specifically as Iron Man.
Wow.
So do with that what you will.
So he has the suit and everything.
He has the suit. He is Iron Man. I'm taking Iron Man on my
Okay.
team.
You're taking Iron Man.
My team, yeah. I'm taking Iron Man as my shooting guard.
Well, this guy I had pretty far down my roster.
Okay.
But I think I have to pick him now to counteract that Iron Man move. You know, one game, I just have to beat you.
Right.
And so I'm going Robert Pattinson, but only as Batman.
That's good.
Yep.
That's
World's
very
greatest
good.
detective. He's going to know every
Yeah.
play. He's going to sniff out every screen, every back door, everything.
That is good. All right. I'll do you one better. I'm going to stay in this realm, and I'm going to take Bob. I don't know what Bob's last name is.
Okay.
But all I know is the scene of The Incredibles.
Oh, Bob Parr.
Is that it?
I think it's Parr.
Bob Parr, the Mr. Incredible, also known as.
Great pick.
He's going to be nasty. I think he basically is Bob Duncan. Maybe
Who's
a little
stronger?
weaker. Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
But that front court is insane. Good luck stopping that. We're bullying everyone.
That's tough. I can't believe he slept all the way to pick number 8.
Bob.
Bob Barr. How did I not think about him? Great pick. All right. I need to round out my team. I need a power forward. The NBA today, it's all about stretch bigs. Am I right? I need someone who can pop a shot. We got kind of our star player in Bob. We got our locker room guys.
Bob.
I need someone when Bob's double teamed, he can kick it out to, and I trust him to hit the shot. And who better than the man whose nickname is Big Shot Bob?
Oh,
I'm going Robert Ory.
Robert Ory.
Yes.
How many championships does that guy have?
Believes he has 7 or 8. He has a lot.
He knows how to win.
He knows how to win, and he's bringing that to my team.
Okay. I'm going to stay in the world of the NBA players, but I think he's better than Big Shot Bob. He sees the court better than anybody else.
Does he have more rings?
No.
Okay.
Or points, or rebounds, assists, steals.
Well, that doesn't mean someone's better.
Right. He may have more blocks.
Okay.
But he sees the court better than anybody else because his eyes are so ginormous. I'm taking Bobby Portis.
Oh.
To be
Similar
my
players.
3. Similar players, similar game to round out my squad. And I'm loving my team.
Bobby Portis, man. That's every team needs one.
Everybody needs a Bobby
Great
Portis.
role player.
Okay, so let's go through our full starting 5, and then we'll put it out to the world of Twitter, see who gets this point. My team is point guard, Bobby Flay, shooting guard, Iron Man, small forward, Bobby Portis, power forward, Bob, a.k.a. Mr. Incredible, 5, Bob Duncan.
I got as my point guard, SpongeBob, shooting guard, Bob the Builder, small forward, Robert Pattinson as Batman, my 4, Robert Ory, and as my 5, B.O.B., Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens.
I think it's a hell of a game.
It's a great game. I'd buy a ticket.
It's going down to the wire.
You paid for the whole seat, but you're only going to be using the edge.
All right, so that'll be our first draft. Now we're going to go into our quiz of the day, how the quizzes work for each week. Each of us will take turns providing the other with a quiz of the week. You can get a total of 5 points depending on what the quiz is. Each answer you get right is a point of 5 answers. We add it to our tally of all of our points at the end. Whoever has the least amount of points does whatever punishment we pick. So, Kyle.
Harrison.
Your quiz today is on the topic of guys who left the league too soon.
There's a lot of them.
These are guys who left at the top of their game. If not the top of their game, then at least way higher than it should have been before they called it quits.
Yeah.
So this is the top guys with the highest amount of points scored in their final season before retiring. And
this is a really good question.
And it is a tough one. So good guy move by me. I'm going to give you can choose from the top 10. You have to get 5 of them.
Okay.
3 strikes, 10 possible answers. You need 5. What do you got?
There's some well-known players in here. I think my kind of thinking is you kind of think players who got injured and had to retire, but were like really good. Then you got to think people who just had a really good last season. It's going to be hard, but I'm just going to try and think of the best scorers I know off the bat. Give me Kobe Bryant.
I think there's a few that are pretty obvious in this list. Kobe Bean Bryant is on the list. Yes. He's coming in at number 8 overall, which is lower than I thought.
Yeah, that's lower than I would think too.
You would think 60 in the last game would help a little.
That would help. That was probably over half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I got one. I'm going to go Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is also on the list.
Yes.
Number 2.
Wow.
1,640 points in his final season.
That's impressive. I thought he was going to be 1. So that kind of opens up some things in my brain.
I will tell you, I looked at this list and did a quadruple take and said, what? But I saw who number 1
As far as you had no idea who he was, or you were surprised?
Let's just keep going. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay. So I got 2 here. Oh, man. Retired guys who were still good at the end of their career.
Do keep in mind every strike you get, I'll give you a hint of one of these players.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'm gonna go a player who, this is kind of a long shot.
Okay.
A player who left us quite too early. Rest in peace. Drazen Petrovic.
Drazen Petrovic is on the list.
Yes.
Number 3.
Yes.
Right behind
Wow.
Bike.
What
So
a
you're
pull.
at 3 out of 5 right now. 2 answers left, 2 strikes. What do you got?
So I'm 3 for 3. I got 3 points. I still have all 3 strikes.
Oh, 3. Yes, you're right.
I'm gonna go. This was a guy who was also kind of had to leave the NBA under some weird circumstances. Give me Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas is not on the list, but I do enjoy that pick.
Okay, how about
That guy can shoot.
He can shoot. He can shoot. A lot of
Guns.
range.
Guns is what I mean.
Yes. Okay, so there's 1 strike. So what's my
Okay.
first hint?
First hint, I'm gonna give you the hint of the guy. He's not necessarily number 1, but the
Yeah.
guy who I think is you should know most on this list, if that's all right with you.
Yeah.
He's actually number 10 on this list. So
Okay.
he's the last guy you would be able to get. But your hint is he recently retired-ish. His final season was 2019.
Okay.
And he spent, I believe, his entire career in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, wow. Okay. 2019. Not LaMarcus Aldridge. He was with the Trailblazers. Oh. 2019. All the time in the Eastern Conference. Oh. I think I know who this is.
Do you?
I'm going to go Dwayne Wade.
It is Dwayne Wade, number 10. Okay, you're hot. Is that 4?
I'm hot. That's 4.
So one more possible answer you can get. You have 2 strikes left or 1?
I still have 2 strikes left.
All right. 2 chances to get it. 1 more pick. 6 possible answers.
Yep. I'm going to go. Maybe Dirk. No, I don't think he has as many points as Dwayne Wade. I don't think Kevin Garnett. Definitely not Paul Pierce.
I do think the rest of these get harder.
Very hard.
Not very hard, but there's a drop off of like the amount of people who know who the rest of them are. You definitely know who 3 or 4 of these are.
I'm going to shoot a shot. Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain not on the list,
Yeah.
but I enjoy the pick. Okay. Next hint, I'm going to go with who I think will be the next easiest for you to pick.
Okay.
He's going to be number 7 on this list.
Okay.
Not number 1, may I add. We still haven't gotten to that.
Not figured out.
So we're going to have a little conversation about that when we get there. But number 7 on this list, let's see. What can my hint be here? His final season was the 97-98 season.
Okay.
And I believe he spent his whole career in the Western Conference, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So he retired right around MJ, his second retirement. Who would have been good around then? Stockton played longer.
1,287 points in his final season.
Malone played longer. I'm trying to think of just Western teams that were good around then. Wouldn't be Gary Payton or Sean Kemp. They played longer. I'm going to take a shot, and I'm going to go Clyde Drexler.
It is Clyde Drexler.
Oh, my gosh. Let's go.
Okay. So you got maxed out 5 of 5.
Yeah, that was crazy.
History made. Okay. So I'm at 3 total points.
You're
You're
at
now
3.
at 5.
I'm at 5, and then we'll be pending the results from you guys on our Bob draft.
Yep.
On who gets that extra point.
Do you want to know the rest of this list?
I would love to know.
I'm going to go from the bottom up.
Yeah.
So 10 was Dwayne Wade.
Yep.
9, I think, was the hardest one. Dave Bing.
Yeah.
I would not have got Dave Bing ever. 8, you said it, Kobe. 7, you said it, Clyde. 6, John Havlicek.
Oh, that makes sense.
I feel like I would have gotten it eventually.
Yeah.
5, George Gervin.
That makes sense.
4, another tougher one, Reggie Theus.
Wow.
That one.
I didn't know Reggie Theus was like that.
3, you said it, Drazen Petrovic. 2, you said it, Michael Jordan. And coming in at number 1, we have spent his whole career with the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
He played a total of 6 seasons in the NBA, one of them being an all-star.
Oh, is this? Oh, I think I might know this guy's name.
Final season, he was only 27 years of age in the 92-93
Yep,
season.
I literally know exactly who it is. I can picture him now. Oh, what was his name? He died in some way. Sorry, this is not funny. I'm just really trying to think
God,
of
you're a
him.
douche, dude.
I know, I'm just really trying to think of him. All right,
This
who
is
it?
Reggie Lewis.
Reggie Lewis.
Reggie Lewis.
Reggie Lewis.
1,666 points in one season. Is that what happened? He just died after this?
He died in, it may have been a car accident or something, but he was I just know him because I remember he was a really good player that was in that kind of like rebuilding after Larry Bird was gone.
Reggie Lewis, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Reggie Lewis and Drazen Petrovic. Yep, Reggie. I knew I could picture him. Number 35. Great guy.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
All right. That's a pretty good quiz. That's a good performance by you, I must say.
Thank you.
Right.
Take the lead. So
yep.
hopefully I can hold it. And Harrison, why don't you give us an ad read?
I'll go into an ad read. Hey, United Takes America listeners. We here at UTAP love every single one of our sponsors to death. And we want to give a huge shout out to one of our favorite sponsors in the whole wide world, our very good friends over at Tyson Foods. Tyson Foods offers affordable, high quality, and delicious food for all. From humble beginnings in Arkansas to one of America's great companies, Tyson Foods feeds the world like it's family, from fresh steaks to delicious, easy-to-make, famous frozen chicken dino nuggets. Thank you to our wonderful sponsors over at Tyson Foods. We love you.
All right, let's get into our MVP and LVPs
Let's do it.
of the week. I'll start us off with my 2 MVP candidates. My first guy might be, as long as we've been doing this, it hasn't been long, but he might be one of the all-time great MVPs. Boban Marjanovic.
Yes.
Marjanovic, I think that's right.
Boban.
We all know Boban.
Give him the trophy now.
We all love Boban. Intentionally missed a free throw.
Yep.
For free chicken.
I have a theory he also intentionally missed the first one.
I didn't see the video, but I could believe it. The crazy thing was, this was not like a 30-point blowout. This was a close game with like 5 minutes left.
Yes, the game did not matter.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. It was a game. It was in like 6 minutes left.
There was like 6 minutes left and they were up 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's doable. But Boban is for the people. For those who don't know, if you miss 2 free throws in Dallas, the opposing team, everybody in the arena gets free chicken. He missed the first one, I think, on purpose. He probably didn't.
Having played for them before.
Right.
He loves the fans. The fans loved him.
He's all for Dallas. Go ahead and just misses the second one. Was it Clippers?
I think it was Clippers. But still, he played for them.
Yes. Just misses it.
Yep.
Everybody. All these people. Chicken.
All these people.
Yep.
Chicken for all these people.
Yeah, hand him the trophy now. I don't think this one's even close. I don't even hear what we have to say, but let's do it anyway.
Let's do it anyway. Anyway, my second is going to be the Oakland A's security guard.
This actually was also very
who pulled off the move of the century. They're like kind of looking. I think it was the Phillies. They're kind of looking if they want to challenge or play or not. And as they're doing it, the Oakland A's security guard just comes in full shield mode. Blocking the manager from seeing the guy on the phone, seeing they should challenge it. The guy's like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
he looked like Cornette for the Celtics, just full clips, blocked it so he couldn't see. Finally, he pushes that guy out of the way. By the time he saw, yes, let's challenge it.
It was great.
It was too late.
Yeah.
So great move
MVP,
by him. MVP.
That's an MVP play. All right, I'm going on to my first candidate. I'm going to Akshay Bhatia. Before the Masters started. One of the final tournaments before the Masters, Akshay was in a very close match for the lead to qualify for the final spot in the Masters. And in this final hole, Akshay hits a putt to send it to what is their
Playoff.
overtime, the
Yeah,
playoff.
hole.
And he gives the most vicious fist pump of all time, a fist pump that would actually just completely destroy his shoulder. I don't know if he dislocated it or what, but so he was forced to play the whole playoff with the jank shoulder, and he would go on to win. Not only that, but go on to make the cut at the Masters. So actually, I would see a fist pump of dreams is my first MVP.
True underdog story. Make
Through
the
injury,
movie.
make a movie, make the 30 for 30. My next is Scotty Scheffler's caddy, Ted Scott. We touched on this a bit earlier. Rory possibly going to the Live Tour. And if I heard this stat, I would do it in a second because Ted Scott, Scheffler's caddy, has made more money this year than Rory.
He also has 4 more Masters wins.
Yeah, that's
than him.
insane. So should Ted Scott go to the Live Tour? Imagine what he could do there.
He could do great.
He could do
things.
numbers.
This was like, I think it was Tommy Fleetwood. His caddy was sick or something, so he just picked up one of the caddies they have just hanging around there at Augusta. He got 4th, so that caddy just walked away with like 90 grand.
That's insane.
Or something like that for 4 days of work. So
it's a good gig.
It's a good gig. I would do it.
All right. I think the winner of this is not even close.
It's Boban.
It's Boban.
Congrats.
The second ever
MVP.
Elite company with our very good friend Nick Richards.
Very good friend of the show. You know, we love him.
He's going to be on.
He's going to be on soon. He's going to be a frequent guest as well.
Yeah.
We love you, Nick Richards.
We do.
And Boban.
Just probably Nick Richards more.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So now to our LVP candidates. I'll also start us off here. My first is the Sixers front office. They recently rewarded the very deserving Allen Iverson with a statue.
The answer.
That looked like it was a statue of Little Mike.
It was hilarious.
From the old movies. I'm just amazed by this. It was so tiny.
So tiny. It looks like that little photo of when you see like CJ McCollum in high school.
Yes.
Like tiny dribbling around all of these large people. It looked like that. It was so tiny. Very awful statue. I want to know if all the statues just came to life and started playing basketball together, like what this would just look like. He'd be at everybody's ankles. He would be dominant.
He would just slip through.
Crazy.
No one would see him.
Yeah.
Because he was undersized. I mean, it kind of fits him.
Yeah.
He was an undersized player in the NBA. He's an undersized statue against all the other statues.
You think this is just making fun of him then?
Well, here's the thing. I actually saw something. All of the Sixers statues are tiny. They have a tiny Julius Irving.
Okay.
They have a tiny Maurice Cheeks.
That does make it better.
Charles Barkley. So it's a little better. It wasn't like this was out of the blue.
But not really.
But still, come on.
You need a bigger
We're
statue.
saving money on statues now.
Right.
Let's get it real.
Come on.
Yeah. My second is going to be the Masters fan who slapped the power bar out of Ludwig Aberg's hand.
I did not see this.
So he, like I said, he was in a tie, -6 with Scotty.
Okay.
And he was like -4 through the holes before this happened.
Right.
So he's hot right now. As he's walking, he goes to put a power bar in his mouth. And as he's doing that, he's like goes and he's shaking hands with everybody. He's feeling relaxed. And as he does, some guy goes, "Watch out!" Slaps the power bar out of his hand. And Ludwig obviously has a moment where he just like looks down at the bar, looks up at this
you just
guy,
slapped the
and was
power
like,
bar out of my
What
hand.
was that about? Clearly heartbroken that he lost his food.
Right.
He would go on to shoot +2 after that. And
So
that really was the turning point of it. I don't know if this was a Scotty Scheffler family member, if this was just a Ludwig hater.
Sounds like this guy should be in the MVP candidates because he single-handedly just saved Scotty.
I think he is. I think he fits kind of both.
He does. He's the LVP for Ludwig.
That's what more meaning he kind of screwed this guy. If my power bar got slapped. Have you ever had food like you drop like a food you're really excited to eat?
Yeah.
That would throw me out of.
Oh yeah.
I don't care how good my day was.
I would
going.
just quit the tournament. I wouldn't even play anymore.
I'm shooting +2 as well. It's totally screwing me if that happened to me.
That's a good pick. I'm going on. My first LVP candidate is Juju Smith-Schuster.
Very fitting.
Very fitting. Similar to the Allen Iverson statue, something very small came out. Juju Smith-Schuster, his wiener.
For lack of a better term.
He posted a photo on his Snapchat, just Jay chilling in the car with a female, and it didn't seem sexual at all, but he was just hanging with everything out in the car. Just
My question is, what's the big deal?
yeah,
A guy can't hang a
Guy
little
can't
brain,
hang a little brain.
in his car, just relaxing.
Yeah. It was so crazy. Like I said, it didn't seem like anything was going on. Like she was just minding her business on her phone.
It looked like he was minding his own business. He was just, he could have just not noticed.
Yeah, sometimes these things happen.
Yeah.
So he's number one on my candidates. My other one is obvious. It's John Tyson. We hate you.
We despise you.
Yeah.
You are a dictator in my eyes.
Yeah.
I put you up there with all the other,
like you said,
infamous
Hitler,
evils of
Osama.
the world.
Yeah, he's right there with them.
Yep.
Should he be the first person on the wall of shame?
I think he should. I think we're going to induct people as we go along who we feel are worthy of a Hall of Fame for UTAP.
Yep.
And a Hall of Shame. And we're kind of the voters of this. We'll let fans vote as well when we go in, but for the first overall.
Not this one.
So John Tyson to be inducted into the Wall of Shame. Say aye.
Yep. Aye. Welcome, John Tyson.
Yep. Nick Richards into the Hall of Fame. Say aye. Aye. Well, it's
big
unanimous.
episode. Yeah.
The first ever unanimous
The eyes have it.
Hall of Fame and the unanimous Wall of Shame.
The eyes have it.
John Tyson, Nick Richards. Congrats to Nick, and screw you to John Tyson.
You're welcome on the show, just so I could take the invite back.
You're welcome on the show, just so I can be standing behind a wall with a bucket of flake blood to throw on you. Just ruin your suit and ruin your day.
Everything. God, I hate him.
I hate you. I despise you. I wish violence upon you.
Screw you, John Tyson.
Screw you.
T-shirts coming soon.
T-shirts coming soon. Look out for this.
Nice. Those will be fire. Though.
Those will be fun.
Not a penny of it is going to John Tyson.
Nope. All going to us.
Yep.
To help us fund these fundraisers for you guys.
Kyle, any other thoughts today?
I think it was a great episode. Glad we got through a lot today. And I love talking about Nick Richards as always. I love talking with you about all our current events. And I want to thank all the UTAP followers for sticking with us and for listening.
Join us next time as we're welcomed on with special guest Shaquille O'Neal. Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.